everyone, this is Emily with Local Tasting Tours, sitting here sipping some beautiful blueberry basil lemonade at the Nook on Gottingen Street. And I'm here with the owner, Mark Pavlovski. Mark, I'm really taken with your space. I mean, it's called the Nook for a reason. I can see these areas that you have sectioned off, and I understand that you really worked on this space from scratch.
It was trying to create a space that felt cozy and comfortable and you could really come to and relax at any time of day.
You have a reputation with your menu as being very vegetarian friendly, gluten-free friendly. Can you tell me a little bit about your menu?
We try really hard to cater to people with specific dietary needs. We make everything from scratch here in our kitchen. Even for our cocktail mixes, we make them all from scratch as well. So we really know everything that goes into our food. For example, our s'mores, it's very difficult to get marshmallows that are vegetarian in the city, and we really took time to create vegetarian marshmallows just because it's awesome.
Yeah, it's something that people wouldn't know. You have a cocktail menu and beer, and do you have some students who love to study over drinks?
We do. We definitely have a bit of a following. I've been a professional student for many years. I knew that a place like this was lacking where I could come at, 9, 10, 11 o'clock on Thursday night and maybe work on my project over a pint of Propeller.
Our guest today is David Perkins from the Black Business Initiative, and he's representing Business is Jammin. David, can you tell me a little bit about that?
Well, the Black Business Initiative is a composite company structure, and one of those composite companies is called Business is Jammin, which is a registered charity, and we operate provincially. Our slogan is to empower you through entrepreneurship. So BBI operates with an entrepreneurial model whereby we walk these young people through the entrepreneurial journey from idea generation all the way to startup. And so we have a variety of programming geared towards each of these different age groups, whether it be summer camps or business for a day or other programming that we have available to them in order to walk them through that journey so that they really start to see entrepreneurialism as a viable career option for them as they get older. And the skills that they learn through our programming are transferable to the corporate world should they choose to go that route.
And you travel all over the province, and there are different programs which are currently being launched and really exciting to hear about.
The most recent one is the Nova Scotia Business Succession Program, and really this is an unprecedented level of collaboration. And the idea of the program is really they're targeting companies in rural Nova Scotia with people who are about to retire, and they're matching them with young entrepreneurs in order to keep those businesses viable. So really, and there's a lot of support that's going into it. I also wanted to mention while I was talking about that program that BBI has partnered with some other great organizations and entrepreneurs with Disabilities Network, CBDC, Community Business Development Corporation, as well as SEED, the Center for Entrepreneurship, Education and Development. It's really a phenomenal collaboration between all of these business support organizations.
Have you worked over the years with any food-related young entrepreneur businesses?
Yes, we have, however, most notably Hope Blooms, which has been all over the news because they were recently on Dragon's Den. Black Business Initiative has been involved with them pretty much right from the beginning in collaboration with Jesse Jollimore and helping them grow to the point where they are now. And it's been a phenomenal, tremendous success, and it's really one of the stories that we like to celebrate because those kids are awesome.
We're really looking forward to having a tasting of the Hope Blooms dressing on our new Halifax North craft beer and food tour this season. So Mark, what do we have here?
This is classic Napoleon cake. So this is a European pastry. This is the recipe that's been in my family for many generations. We make everything from scratch here, of course, but I actually bring in my grandmother on Sunday mornings to make these super thin sheets of sweet dough that go in this cake because she doesn't trust me to make them thin enough.
It's sweet and crumbly on the top, but not too sweet. David, what do you think of the cake?
Well, I'm a huge fan of custard, and I have to say this is probably one of the best custards I've ever had. And the crust on the cake is so flaky, and everything about this cake was awesome.
So what looks like a BLT here, you call the Double B?
Yes, the Double B sandwich is nicknamed after the carpenter who helped us build the place, Bruce. He introduced himself as Bargain Bruce with one of the businesses he ran, selling used or aged wood, and some of the wood he had was absolutely incredible. We repurposed this wood. Many years ago, Bruce salvaged wood from the airplane hangars in the Shearwater base, and he took it to his warehouse in the valley where he kept it for many years. And a lot of the stuff you see here on our structure is that original wood.
It's so beautiful when you look up and see all that gorgeous wood. David, can I ask you what you think of this sandwich? I can tell already how crispy the bacon is.
Absolutely. The bacon is very crispy, and that's exactly how I like it. I use the word awesome a lot. However, in this case, it really is applicable.
So the bacon comes from Roselane Farm from Tatamagouche. It's a double smoked bacon that we pick up at the market every Saturday. We crisp it with a torch right before it arrives to the table. There's Swiss cheese, there's Dijonnaise, lettuce, tomato, and the honey oat bread we bake in-house.
That's great that you're able to go directly to the market.
It's really incredible to be able to pick up ingredients from people in the neighborhood. We get a lot of stuff from Retino, which is just a 30-second walk down the street. The tastiest smoked salmon I have ever tried, and I've tried a lot of smoked salmon.
Can you tell me a little bit about the vegan board? There's so many different components to it, and I understand it's a popular choice for some of your late-night guests.
Here we have smoked tofu from Acadiana in a maple curry sauce, an olive tapenade, balsamic beet relish. This right here is apples and caramel, which is not usually vegan, but we use medjool dates as a base.
The beet balsamic relish, was this a brainwave of yours?
I attribute most of the culinary successes to my partner Katie. She is the chef. Some of the ideas come from some of the recipes that's been in the family for a long time. We would like people to try more diverse foods and really show them that maybe vegetarian options, vegan options, even if you're not a vegetarian or a vegan, can really taste really good.
David, well, you tried the tofu.
Actually, you know, what Mark said was actually really, it's almost like he's talking about me, because I'm not someone who's actually been very exposed to vegan and vegetarian. Honestly, I don't remember the last time I had tofu, so this is really an adventure for me to be here tasting this great menu, and I'm blown away by it.
We always like to ask two questions, and I'll ask our guest today. David, do you have another favorite locally run business in Nova Scotia?
One of my favorite locally run business is a place called Illville International Clothing, run by Dennis Wright. And what it is Illville International Clothing has a clothing line called I'm So Scotian, which I think is a wonderful idea. People are, broadcasting I'm So Scotian, so it's a terrific brand. And it's run with his business partner out of a store called Catch a Look, which is a barber shop. So when you go in there, you can get your hair cut and buy some clothes. And I think it's just a terrific concept. And they recently opened their second location in Bayers Lake.
I always love businesses that combine two things that you need in one place. Mark, do you have a favorite childhood food memory?
I have a few, and it's difficult to choose one. Every day while waiting on a bus stop in St. Petersburg growing up, you would have a little corner store attached to the bus stop, and you'd be able to buy a variety of items and baked goods. And one of them were these Italian pastries called the Rum Babas. Long, soft dough that's soaked in rum and sugar, and we try to recreate them here as well, so you get about a quarter shot of rum for every baba. And it quickly became people's choice.
I feel like I've read about rum babas like in literature over the years, but I've never seen them for sale around here. Mark, I also wanted to ask you about the music. I know that you feature here sometimes.
The first regular event that we hold is blues dancing on Sunday nights at 8 o'clock. We teach a little blues dance lesson. And then there's a social dance that goes till 11, and it's DJ'd for now, but we're hoping to bring in some great local artists to play for us eventually. We also will be hosting one of the music events for Out Like a Lion at the end of March.
Thank you both so much for taking part in this podcast. It's been really great, and I just have fallen in love with your menu, Mark. David, how can people reach you if they want to find out more about the BBI and Businesses Jammin?
Thank you. People can certainly reach me anytime. My number is 471-9237. And I'd also like to say thank you to Mark. I am the Manager of Corporate Development for Businesses Jammin, and as such, I do a lot of the corporate partnerships. And so I'd really love to see me having some meetings here when I start talking to corporate Nova Scotia about raising some funds and investing in the youth of tomorrow. Maybe having some of our business meetings here at the Nook and sitting around enjoying some of that Rum Baba and loosen up over some great food and great drinks and terrific company and wonderful owners.
And Mark, how can people find you at the Nook?
Thank you, Emily. Thank you, David. It is very easy to find us. We're on the south tip of Gottingen Street, right next to everything else. You can also search us. If you search the Nook in Gottingen or the Nook Halifax, you'll find us immediately. We have a Twitter, the Nook HFX.
Thank you both again so much. This is Emily with Local Tasting Tours. Don't forget to check out our new tour offering, the Halifax North Craft Beer and Food Tour, coming soon. Take a tour, take a bite out of Halifax.
Write myself a letter and make believe it came from you. I'm gonna write words oh so sweet. They're gonna knock you off your feet.